Hey everybody, welcome to Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Today we're talking about Della vlogs. They are going crazy. They get this baby. It became their new obsession. I mean, your baby should be your obsession, but they got a baby and then they became their social media craziness, right? They post so much crap about themselves. It's really not it's not really focused on the baby, but the baby just kind of is in there because they're look, we got a baby now and we're going to capitalize on this thing. And it is actually crazy. But I'm going to touch on the update, what happened since last time, plus we're going to talk about her mom a little bit because another article popped up, and we're going to talk about her business, which is the MLM that got her to where she is, and it really, really makes me mad, Della Vlogs, okay? Because where she is in business right now, there's absolutely no need to exploit a child. They are rich. So we're going to look at her. She did it like a TED Talk type of thing, and we're going to look at it because MLMs piss me off, not as much as family vloggers, but it's pretty close because it's all predatory. So let's go. So last time we touched on Della Vlog's mom. Her name's Chrissy Weems, I think it is. Now, there are two reasons I cover her mom in a lot of this stuff, because this is who raised a person who has absolutely zero care in the world that she exploits this child that they just got, and it was all about, and they got ahead of everybody. It wasn't fair. This wasn't fair. And a lot of people are pissed off about it, and it is, if you're gonna get a kid, you're gonna get a kid, but if you go to their thread and stuff like that, it's just they post so much stuff about this baby. Can you tell we're tired? Here, I'm gonna show this to you guys. They post stuff like this, can you tell I'm tired? From what? From a lot of people, especially in the Snark forum and everywhere else, the audacity of her to be oh, I'm tired. When, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you birth a baby or have a baby via C-section or whatever case, there is a massive amount of recovery, soreness, tiredness, hormone crazy balance, and she's just trying to latch onto it when you don't do that, okay? Because you just don't get to do it, okay? And it's just part of that mom process. And I'm saying being a mom is, and I'm not saying that adoption is bad because it is a good thing inherently, but it is bad when that child becomes literally, it's every photo with a baby, everything with a baby, baby. She doesn't hold this baby right. Look, she's trying to do the Maya Knight thing here. She almost hits this baby's head off a counter when she's making mom drinks. This person is not ready to be a mom. Unsafe gym habits, I don't care, break your back, I don't give a shit. Keep doing unsafe gym habits though, please. Here's a couple comments. Hope birth mother's doing okay. It must be so hard for her not to raise her daughter. She gave up her daughter, that's why they adopt her, and there's gotta be a good reason why the bee mom couldn't raise a baby. And so all I said, it must be tough to raise a child she grew up. I know some people are trying to throw Bella under the bus for this, and I get it, yes. She deserves it because they took this baby and they made it into content when they didn't have to. We're gonna get to that in a minute. And a lot of people are commenting if you're not gonna hold the baby properly, she's doing your baby's neck, how many times do I have to do this with creepy makeup baby, everybody? If this is your baby, it's time to take a parenting class. Do you understand? I'm not saying you shouldn't be parents. I am saying they shouldn't be parents. But if this is how you hold your baby while making alcoholic beverages, it's time to stop. You're being an asshole. And I honestly think she's just trying to piss people off at this point. She's just trying for engagement. She's being like this for engagement. She's pulling Doherty Dozen right now. Just learn to parent first, okay? Anyway, so I say all that because this popped up. And this is the mom who raised this asshole, okay? Chandler baby left for 2 hours in hot van survives. This is 2004. A 3-month-old was left strapped into a car seat inside a minivan for nearly 2 hours Tuesday afternoon as temperatures soared past 100 degrees, police said. Now, soared past 100 degrees outside. Inside of a hot car, that can go up to, you could die. And it's happened many times. It's the most negligent thing parents can do. I know sometimes it does happen by accident. I don't know how. I don't know how you forget your child's in a car. It happens, okay? But some people are just shit at being parents. The boy was in good condition at Banner Desert Medical Center in Mess after his body temperature had reached 102 degrees. That's without a fever, everybody. Return to normal, said Gilbert police. Okay. Police said the infant's mother, Chrissy Hart Weems, that's her mother, 30, of Chandler, dropped her off her 3 children with a babysitter in Chandler before going inside Arizona Wholesale Supply Company. She didn't realize the baby was still in the car. And remember when she's look, we have a baby. Where'd you get that? Well, I didn't find it in a car. Temperatures in the van Temperatures in the van, which is parked in the sun with the windows rolled up, reached 144 degrees. The baby was not in direct sunlight. About 2 hours later at 2:30 p.m., Weems realized the baby was still in the van. 2 hours you're in a grocery store and you forgot you had a baby in your van. When the infant was found, his eyes were closed and he was very, very red, Ruitt said. Weems was not arrested, but the incident has been investigated. Weems was not arrested, but the incident is being investigated. Cases of this nature are usually forwarded to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. Gilbert Fire Captain Brett Lobban warned parents and babysitters that temperatures inside cars can reach up to 160 degrees in the summer. Even if the child survives, brain damage and organ failure can occur. Also, Tuesday, an 86-year-old man was taken to the hospital after waiting in a car for more than 4 hours while his wife attended a doctor's appointment. So not only did her mom cover up for a choma, and we have that article too, and you can peruse it anytime you want, she literally almost killed her own child. This is a negligent ass parent. This is a person who raises shitty people, okay? It's a person who is selfish and dumb. Now that we know how she was raised, I want to know how she made all her money. And conveniently enough, there's this freaking keynote speech she gave, and it's called 14-Year-Old Exceeds Her Dreams and Creates a $250 million Company. Bella Weems at lead, presented by HR.com. So let's see how she made her own money, and let's make fun of her a little bit more because she absolutely deserves all the smoke because she's a turd. And so is her husband. Douche nozzle? Douche balloon? Douche canoe? I don't know. It's something like that. I like how it's called inspired to follow, but they scratch out to lead when an MLM is literally about followers. Mm-hmm. Stop giving people who start MLMs kudos for starting predatory business practices. Okay, can we start there? All right, call. The Origami Yammys tell me. Bella's journeys.
When I was 14.
Your eyes are too close to your eyes. She looks like someone said in one of the threads, she looks like the guy from Saw. Look at the cheeks. I don't know his name.
I went to my parents.
It's like they squished her whole face. Like God was like working on it. He's like, that's fun. Move on. It's too close together. All the stuff's too close together. Anyway, sorry.
And I asked them, I was like, hey, I don't have enough money. Do you think you could buy me a car when I turn 16? And they said, no way.
Hell no. Why would I do that? We're negligent ass parents. Why would I buy you a car? I'd rather leave a baby in a car for 2 hours in 100-degree weather.
And so I was like, okay, well, how am I going to earn the money? And they said, oh, you could babysit or maybe start a business or something.
You could babysit and buy a car? Who are you babysitting for, the Kardashians? Or start a business. So it's babysit or start a business, not just get a normal job. Okay, understood. Her mom is stupid. Hey, Chrissy Weems, I know you watch these shows. You're an asshole. You're a douchebag and asshole. How do you go about your life knowing that you helped protect a child predator, like a literal pedophile? How do you go about your life? How do you have any friends? How did you get away with it? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. And then now we find out you almost killed your baby? Wow.
I was like, start a business. We were thinking of all these ideas and we thought, what if you could take the glass locket and personalize it with charms?
What if you could? The question is, should you? This looks like the shit you buy at the dollar store.
We started selling our product at house parties and boutiques.
That's literally MLM.
And that's when we knew that we had something special. I was working every weekend to earn money for my car. My favorite part was being able to create someone's story. When people receive the gifts, they really feel emotionally connected to them. The one question that was always coming up was,
why is my eyeball so close together? That's a question I keep having. Also, why do you exploit a child when you don't have to? That's a good question. It's so mind-bogglingly crazy to me that these people who have everything, it's still not enough. They need to have people, strangers on the internet, tell them that they're awesome parents. They need that. They don't do it for the money. They do make a lot, don't get me wrong, but they don't do it for that. It's literally about the affirmation that she wants. They have everything and yet they don't have enough. Influencers. I hate them.
How can I sell this product? How can I get this product? Where can I find you next? As a direct sales company.
Direct sales. When you hear the word direct sales, what you're hearing is MLM. It's a pyramid scheme.
Which means that people could go online and they could buy a kit of our product and they could sell it themselves through home parties or jewelry.
Just call it a pyramid scheme, please. So what you can do is you can order your own, you pay me for that, right? Then you sell that product for a markup, then you have a downline, and you have to take advantage of people and promise them things that you'll never come true, because most MLMs have a 99% failure rate, with the 1% receiving all of the money. And you know, most of the money comes from the people in the downline, not customers. Well, isn't that nice? Just thought you'd like to know that. MLMs are predatory, just like child exploiters. So it's not very far off from going a predatory MLM that made millions of dollars to now being a predatory mom who exploits her child.
Ours, which we like to call them. I thought that was just an amazing opportunity for women, especially
Chrissy Weems here.
And learn work.
Start your own business. It's not your business. When anybody approaches you, okay, and I know this is becoming more and more like shitty to do, and thank God MLMs are all dying, but if someone approaches you, you should start your own business. And you know how you should do that? You should pay me to buy this shitty jewelry and sell it to your friends. That's not a business, everybody. You're just working for somebody for less, and then there's no guarantee of pay. That's all that is. And you are forced to buy the product. Unbelievable.
Work ethic, kind of teach them responsibility of having to sell a product.
How about the responsibility of being a good mom? Protect the neck!
After school, I would come into the office like so excited. That was
hello, strange bald man. Do my taxes.
So fun to me be able to help the designers and see what their needs
I got my feet up on this desk. You didn't do shit. Your boots are ugly.
were and see how their experiences were going with the company.
Just fight through the storm.
Oh my God. And yeah, I'm gonna try to be a singer. So here's what happened. She was a driven entrepreneur who started a predatory MLM company that made some money. But she also had this what she thinks is a good talent for singing in church, right? And she really wants that. This is the part of her life that never panned out. Just the part of the life that never panned out for Matt's part didn't pan out for the guy from Van Clan, me. I didn't pan out for me. We toured for 10 years. We had some success. That's just what it is, okay? Didn't pan out for a lot of people. But this is the type of person who's like, at every chance, like, I have to sing for you. If you were good and you were awesome, this is what you would have done. But you suck ass. And your personality is garbage, and your mom has basically almost killed your brother or something. So, and covered up for a chomo, and now you're a child exploiter. So you're just a predatory asshole all the way through. And your songs suck. And you know what I say, what people like to sing. I'm like, I generally don't like to tear people down who want to sing because I think it's a good thing. Not you, Della. You suck ass. Do something else.
It's so hard for right now.
Music is a really important thing in my life. I've always loved singing and writing music. It's really
What is this? Yes, slushies?
something that I'm passionate about, and that's one thing that I look forward to at the Origami Owl events is
Did she start a giant company so she could sing to these people at these events? Are you shitting me? This is a pretty big deal. Don't forget, like, you look at these people filming her like this. Origami Owl is a big deal, everybody. It made her millions. And that's why I'm talking about this. She does not need to exploit a child. She's only doing it for clout and likes, for affirmations, for fame. Because she doesn't need the money. But the money was never enough for her. Even this, thousands of people taking a picture, it wasn't enough for her. She needs more. She's constantly striving. She's constantly looking for attention, which is why she doesn't treat her baby right. She doesn't know how to do it, and she knows the negative attention also. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. It's all she wants is attention.
being able to sing
Their marriage is not going to last.
and play the piano for all those amazing women. After I earned my G, which was my dream and my goal for so long, I was really inspired to take it to the next level and create a new goal.
A new predatory goal.
To help other women and other...
Okay, we need to stop it right here. Everybody who's in MLM, especially women, okay, and it's mostly women, stop saying create opportunities and teach women shit. All it is a predatory practice. You're not teaching anybody anything except how to take advantage of other people. MLMs inherently should all be illegal. Pyramid schemes are illegal. They just pivoted and changed the rules and found loopholes. It all should be illegal. There should be no such thing as a business where 99% of the people inside of it fail. There should be no such thing as that. That needs to be shut down, as well as family vlogging.
people reach their goals and reach their dreams.
Here's your goal, but your goal is like to make me super rich. Your goal, yeah, here's $10 while I get 5 million.
I hear stories of women who were living out of their cars.
And now don't even have the car anymore because they sold it to sell your shitty products. I want to hear any of these people who run these companies speak to the lowest form of the people who worked for the companies who lost everything. I want to see those people who were part of it, who believed in it and failed so hard even though they tried really hard. I want to see them be able to ask these people the questions. I want to see them interview them. I want to see them stand up, and I want to see these people take accountable for all the people that all the shit in the debt and everything that people racked up to get into the shit. I want to see that. I want to see those people who failed at Origami Owl, who tried very hard. Call her out. If anybody you know worked for Origami Owl and failed and went into debt and did all this stuff and have stories to tell me, please reach out to me, okay? I want to expose Origami Owl. There are going to be some of you out there. I want to know about the predatory practices. I want to know about the people where she's sitting here saying everybody's going to get goals. I want to know about the people who actually didn't. And I bet it's 99% of you out there who worked for Origami Owl. Please reach out to me if you feel the need to call her out and you want to voice your opinion and air out your grievances with Origami Owl and Della and Bella. Please reach out to me. I would love to talk to you. Please.
Didn't know how they were going to pay the bills or even put food on the table for their children.
And then what? They sold some jewelry and made $12? You're telling people got rich off selling this shitty jewelry? Is that what you're selling us? The only person that got rich off this is you and your mom. Nobody else got rich. Nobody even made a living off this. Maybe, again, the top 1% did that. Okay? But you did it all by taking advantage of people underneath you and tricking people into it and convincing them of something that as long as you work hard enough, you know what? If you work hard at any regular job, you get paid no matter what. If you work at this and you don't do it and you fail, you get nothing except for debt from it. I hate these people.
That's just something that's crazy to think about, is how a company that I started at 14 is changing so many people's lives.
So many? Or 5 people? Then I got married to this asshole.
Why that moment was so special, I think, is because I've been working so hard.
Oh, that's her dad or something.
Like, seeing your dream becoming a reality really has...
So you made $1 million and you bought a shitty Jeep? Cool.
Put things in perspective for me, and I think that it did for the designers as well, and I was just so blessed.
Is this your house?
That they were able to be there to share that amazing experience with me.
Jeep! I bought this off the backs of other people's failures! I'm so good at my job. Off.
No matter what size your dream is, and no matter
you asshole.
How young or how old you are, you can always reach your dreams just like I did.
This is dumb. This is 1 in a trillion to make this happen. 1 in a trillion. Don't be like, no matter what you do, you'll survive. No, you won't. Everybody will fail. Okay, 1% make it. Oh, I can't wait. I hope some people reach out to me from Origami Owl. And you know there's some people out there with some tea. What's your dream? To exploit babies for money. Yeah, that was a stupid video. This is 2014, okay. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Okay, this is so...
Your mic's hot.
Put my water bottle's right there.
This is gonna be shit. It's gonna be shit.
As you can see from the video, my main goal was to buy a car by the time I was 16.
And also, as you can see from the video, my eyes are that close together, even in real life. If you were wondering.
And I guess you could say I got a little more than I bargained for.
I think that's from having a small brain.
In my opinion, there are 4 main keys to building a business. Number 1.
Be a predator asshole.
What is your mission statement and what's your why?
Oh, your why. Here's your why. Exploit your downline to make cash. There's your why.
Write these down. Yeah, I hear those pens clicking.
F your pen.
Number 2. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and believe in your dream.
And your dream, again, when you're talking about MLM, don't ever forget she's talking about MLM, which consists of a downline, which consists of people convincing or tricking people into joining. Okay? It is so predatory. That's why the original idea of pyramid schemes were made illegal. Okay? They were made illegal. They just had to pivot and do some different things now. And they're still within the law, but this will also be made illegal someday.
Number 3, sacrifice and persevere.
You didn't sacrifice anything, dumbass.
And number 4, create a vision board with your goals and dreams on it.
Number 5, get better eyes.
All right.
Your face sucks.
I'm going to talk about number 1, which is what's your mission statement and what's your why.
It looks like it's uncomfortable. It looks like it's just your face needed to stretch. Do you know? It just needs to. You're making fun of her looks, you misogynist. Yeah, well, She's a predator asshole, so she deserves it.
Is it on the screen?
Of course it's not working.
No, it's not on the screen.
Yeah,
All right.
well,
we'll just keep
you
going.
suck ass.
What's your mission statement? At Origami Owl, our mission statement is to be a force for good, to love, inspire, and motivate people of all ages to reach their dreams and empower them to make a difference in the lives of others.
So that was just a big, long, fancy bullshit way of saying this, what I just told you was bullshit. The whole premise of Origami Owl is to make me tons of money. That's what she meant to say there. Make other people's dreams. Whose dreams coming true selling shitty jewelry? Get wrecked. I hate when people say, I hate the world. And then they can just say that. And people are like, I'm writing that down. It's not going to help you. Writing that down won't help you. Because that's bullshit. That answer is a lie.
Our mission is the foundation of our company, and we live and breathe it at Origami Owl. And we try to...
What's your mission? Be a dickhole?
Put it in everything that we do. And we thrive. We love our mission
Your microphone is garbage. Your sound guy sucks.
statement, and we recite it at least 2 times a day.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
When creating your personal mission statement, you want to let others know who you are and what you stand for, and you want to weave it into everything that you do. So I want to share a few examples of how at Origami Owl we weave it into...
What was the thing, though? Your mission, what's the mission statement?
Into our culture.
Culture.
So our culture at Origami Owl is huge to us. And when we walk into the building, we usually like to walk in dancing, and there's loud music.
Do you? So it's fake? People just want money? People take jobs to get money. They're not trying to go in and dance. Okay? This is when the boss is, okay, we better dance. The boss is here.
Always playing in the lobby. And one thing that's really, really different at Origami Owl is we have something that we call a pay it forward kitchen. And so when you walk into the lobby, you'll see this little kitchen, and there's always baked goods in there. And what we like to do is we have a tip jar, and if you take one of the baked goods, you put money in the tip jar, and in that tip jar.
So your employees can't even have a damn muffin without having to pay for it? You cheap bastard. You're already taking advantage of all these people. Give them a muffin.
All of the money in there goes to a charity. And so that's something that...
So you're forcing people to give to charity in order to have a muffin. Stupid. Do I need to start a company but better and makes fun of it? But do I have to start one like a jewelry company that's like make fun of people? I'll do it. Try me.
We do to pay it forward and to give back and to live by our mission statement.
And to force people to donate.
But we really believe that...
Susie, I'm noticing your third muffin, but I only see a loony in the bin. That's interesting. What about the children? How about you take some of the $1 million you made off the backs of other people there, Bella, and give it to people? Why are you forcing your employees to do it? And you know what? They're going to give that check to somewhere, and they're going to write that off in their taxes. Like, did you think that was going to make you look good or something? Because it makes you look way worse.
Not only, we don't believe that culture is just, dancing, high-fiving people. We believe that it comes from the heart, and that...
Does culture come from the heart? Look at this bullshit speech.
You should always weave culture into your business at all times. Number 2, surround yourself with people who are going to believe in you and lift you up. I couldn't have done this alone. I was 14, and so obviously I had to surround myself with people who knew more than I did.
Like your mom, who almost killed your brother and also covered up for a chomo. That? You talking about Chrissy? Was she one you surround yourself with? Classic. You stay classy, Chrissy Weems.
And I collaborated with them, and together we were a force for good. And I just wanted to give a little round of applause to my mom. I'm really grateful for her.
Thanks, Mom. Did you know that my mom was a chomo protector? Thanks, Mom.
She really believed in me from the very beginning. And when I was first...
And she didn't leave me in a hot car to die, so that was good. I mean, that's a good thing.
Starting out, we were sitting at our kitchen table doing this together, and it was something that I was so passionate about at 14. I was going to get that money no matter how it happened for that car, because I really wanted that car. So I had to...
It was a Jeep. It's not a car.
Surround myself with people who knew more than I did and who believed in my dream. And remain humble.
Okay, this speech sucks.
Be willing to learn. You'll be more successful with this type of attitude. Next is sacrifice and perseverance. The road to success isn't always easy. I'm sure all of you know that.
Well, the road between your eyes is really thin.
I had to sacrifice time with friends, which was really hard at age 14 because, it's like, do you want to have a social life or do you want to have a business? And for me, I wanted to have a business. And I wanted to help people. I wanted to be a force for good. I wanted to pay it forward. And I had to give up my weekends and dedicate myself to doing jewelry bars, but that was important.
Dry bars?
For me to achieve success.
And as you saw in the video, our jewelry bars are our little
Jewelry bars.
parties, or that's what how we
You're MLM. You have parties at people's houses. You force people to like invite their friends over and sell shit to them. Everybody hates that. Nobody likes doing that anymore. If you do that to your friends, you're not a real friend. Nobody likes you. If you get a call from somebody, hey, I haven't spoken to you in 30 years. Can I sell you a dildo from the internet? Thanks. Let's come over and have a party.
It's a party. We call it a jewelry bar. It's a quirky little name that we
Yeah,
came
and
up with.
it's really shitty too.
But in the beginning, sacrifice was a big thing that had to happen for us to become successful. In the beginning, we opened up a mall kiosk in the Chandler Mall in Arizona. And that was so exciting and so big for me at 14. I was like, I'm going to have a kiosk in the Chandler Mall.
So what you're telling me is your mother used you for child labor. That's what I'm hearing.
And I'm going to be able to sell my stuff there. Like, oh my gosh, this is a dream. Here we go with step number 2. We surrounded ourselves with people who wanted to lift us up. And we had a few friends who took the leap in faith and believed in us, and they actually invested in us.
Oh, so your success comes from other people investing in you. That's cool. So this didn't, like, she's sitting here talking about how she's so successful, she did everything, when investors did it. She had some rich friends at church that did it. Ah, now it's all okay. Now we see it. So it wasn't Bella. It was rich investors that helped her. Like, I hate when people talk about how they made it from ground up, scratch zero, all this shit. Oh, put my bootstraps up. Yeah, I'd probably be successful too if I had angel investors.
And they helped us out. My friend Tyson Basha and Sean Maxwell, they really believed in me, and they helped us from the very beginning.
Now they hate you, I think.
And so we opened up this mall kiosk, and it was going crazy. We were hearing all of these people's stories, and we were building so many lockets every day. And it was a really humbling experience for me to be able to have.
Let me translate. We lost money. Humbling experience. We lost money because nobody likes our bullshit jewelry.
This mall kiosk. I was so excited. But not only was that
You're gonna cough, and you have a microphone. Do me a favor. Thanks. Okay, cool.
sacrifice for us to have to figure out how we're going to get that money. But also, I remember coming home one day when I was young, when I was 14. And,
Keep saying 14. We got it. You're 14.
I walked into our living room, and the couches were gone. And I was like, where'd the couches go, Mom? She's like, you know what? This is a sacrifice we had to make. I sold the couches so we can have a little extra money to get this business going. I was like, okay. And so I just sit on the floor, and I'm like watching TV. And then I turn on the TV, and the TV wasn't working. And I was like, Mom, where's the cable? She's like, oh, yeah.
I left it in the van at the mall.
That's another sacrifice we had to make, too.
In the hot sun.
I turned off the cable, and I was like, well, okay. Lots of sacrifices today.
So you're telling me your mom sold things, cut off cable, and almost killed your brother so that she could help fund shitty jewelry. Nice. Thanks, Mom.
But that was something that we had to do to earn, to gather together some more money.
Did she take a bribe from this chomo that she helped protect? Maybe that's where some money came from. Huh? Maybe. Could be. Stranger things have happened. Know what I'm saying?
For our family and also for the business to keep.
How can you... I don't understand Bella. She has this massive platform, and she has a mother who literally protected a pedophile, and now she wants to be a family vlogger. And how does she just still include her mother in content? Like, even if she loved her mother and everything else and wanted her in there, I would not include my chomo protecting mother in my content. She's crazy. She's crazy.
You can look at us and say, look at me now.
Oh my God, that just happened. And so if you did that to your haters and you went, look at me now, they're going to be like, are you okay? This is a Wendy's. Are you cool? Are you all right? Need to call you a doctor or something? Don't do that.
That's my theme song.
It's like Buster from Arrested Development. I love that show.
I have the number 5 because I'm the oldest of 5 kids. A sun because I always want to stay happy. An owl, origami owl. A butterfly because change. And some sunglasses because I'm a cool kid.
Are you cool? The sunglasses don't fit, lady. You need ones that are with no bridge on them. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for some sunglasses. Because I'm a cool kid. Are you? Okay.
But I encourage all of you to create your own vision board, whether it's through Locket, whether it's through cutting things out and putting it on paper, or
whether it's through exploiting an adopted child.
Putting something in your notes section.
What do you do with that in a little jewelry box? Huh? Put a little coal in there, little devil horns maybe. Put a little piece of dog shit in there because that's who you are.
And the things you want to do one day, create.
I'm making these, and you're gonna be able to do shit like that. A little piece of dog poop. Okay? Get a little like poop emoji in there. Hand it to somebody you don't like. Hey, that's what I think of you. Poop emoji. And you're going to be able to put cool stuff in there. Yeah? Like freaking sparkles. Little fish.
Your own vision board and put it somewhere where you're going to see it every single day.
Well, yours has to be really close.
So while I did not invent the glass locket personally, I did invent a way to customize it and teach people how to customize their story through charms, through personalized plates.
So the CEO of Origami Owl right now is Brett Blake. It's not even her. So some dude, did he buy it off her? Beauty Counter is a one. There's one called Stella and Dot. Stitch Fix is a bunch that do it. So does Bella still own Origami? Okay, this is what Wikipedia is saying. Sorry, I'm interrupting her stupid speech because it's garbage anyway. Origami Owl is an American privately owned multi-level marketing custom jewelry company operating in the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. The company was founded in 20 by Isabella Bella Weems at the age of 14. Company has over 60,000 independent sales consultants who buy materials and tools from the company and sell products to individuals, primarily at in-house sales parties. Yes, MLMs. Okay, history, business. The company runs direct sales model, which is, whatever. So in June 2015, Brett Blake replaced Robin Crossman as company. So Chrissy Weems became CEO in July 2017. So now the mom owns it. The Chomo Protector owns Origami Owl. If you're buying Origami Owl, you are literally helping fund somebody who protected a predator. Like, there are people who have been canceled for so much less than this. So why would you support Origami Owl, whose head of the company protected a predator? Why is this not bigger news? The $250 million company. Why is it not bigger news? Net worth $50 million is what people are saying. And still needs to exploit a child on the internet.
Through personalized chains, through dangles, and
You're a dangle.
I love hearing people's stories, and I love being able to create something that will tell people's stories.
Hers is just full of bullshit. Imagine Dr. dozens. Like White Claw, and there's floor fries.
Remember to reach your dreams.
Breach your dreams,
So
everybody.
I followed the steps that I just shared with you today, and now Origami Owl is a successful name 4 years later.
So let me recap. Have rich friends. The end. Thanks. Yeah, keynote. Welcome to my TED Talk.
And we have over 60,000 people who sell the jewelry, which is unbelievable. I can't even believe that. I look at you guys and I think 150 people, and then I think 60,000, and that's a lot more than you guys. Like, that's a lot of people. This is crazy. 60,000 people. Okay, sorry, I'm going off on one of my rants, but I wanted to tell you guys something really exciting that just happened for us. We just recently opened up in Canada as a direct sales company there. As of
How dare you? We don't want you here. Origami Owl, get out of my country.
March 16th, and then we also opened up in Puerto Rico, which was really exciting. And I wanted to tell you one more thing.
Why there? Like, my country's tiny. What?
That I'm really passionate about,
Cheeks.
which is our outlet program. You may be asking, what is an outlet program?
Well, because you said it, so yeah, we are. So why would you say that? Stupid.
And that is something that I hold very dear to my heart. I started the company when I was 14 years old.
Oh, we got that! Literally, it's probably a banner above her head that says, I started at 14! We got it!
With my mom, and I was so inspired.
With her mom,
that
see?
I wanted to be able to give that opportunity.
Origami Owl was literally started by a predator protector and was rewarded with $250 million a year in revenue. How did she get away with that? Crazy!
Kids my age. And so we opened it up so where 12 to 17-year-olds can sign up with the parent or guardian who is a designer for Origami Owl, and they could sell the product too.
Oh, so you're literally admitting right now on camera that you use child labor to sell your shitty jewelry? Are you serious right now? You think this is a flex? So they're trying to tell you, they're trying to sell this like it's an opportunity. Look, you can make $10 and go buy a Jeep. What you're hearing right now is them expanding to minors who aren't supposed to be working for the company and selling it through minors. Are you hearing this right now? This isn't a flex, everybody. She's been exploiting minors now in her company. Not only is she exploiting dumb people who join up for MLMs, she just admitted to you that she exploits minors to sell her jewelry. Good gracious, how does she get away with that?
And so what this means is we have all these kids working together with their parent, and they get inspired, and they get to learn work ethic, and they get to have these experiences.
And they get to sell to their friends for their parents. That's called child labor. That should be illegal. Has anybody looked into that yet? Can we get someone to look into that, please? Yeah? Anybody? Let's look into that.
Kid, because they grow up to be the future leaders, and we get to teach them these skills while they're young.
What skills? How to take advantage of your friends and sphere of influence? That's not a skill. It's not a skill to sell shitty jewelry, convince someone to buy garbage. It's not a skill. Okay, what do you mean skill? What skills?
And it's something that I'm just so passionate about. I love getting to teach the kids what I
Origami owl. This is gonna be a title of my video. Child labor, question mark.
was learning at 14, and I love seeing them grow. And so that's something that we're so passionate about, and that sets us apart.
We're so passionate about making tons of money. Just say, we're so passionate about making money. That's all you have to say. So I cannot believe she just admitted and didn't. How are these kids able to work and make money? You're literally using children to sell your MLM products. How does that work legally? I need to know. They operate out of Arizona? Maybe we need to do a little research.
As a company, is because we have this outlet program for the younger kids. I need to tell you.
So you just used, I don't know how she thinks this is smart to say this. So we made it so that your children can sell my products. How did everybody miss this?
You could do anything and everything that you put your mind to. You can reach your dream.
Like exploit children to sell your products? And now you're exploiting a child to get for fame on the internet? What do you mean? Like, I don't get your logic here. What are you trying to say? You forced these people that you sucked into your company to sell the jewelry to their little friends. And you think that's helping these kids? Are you out of your damn mind?
Dreams just like I did. And I last want to close up by saying, have faith and believe that God's timing is right on time.
Oh, it's God's timing to use children to sell jewelry. Cool. Nice. All right.
Thank you.
Wow, that was garbage. If I was in this audience right now, the first thing I'd do is be like, excuse me, what about child labor laws? Is there anything, how do you use children to sell jewelry? How do you get around that? Now, do the kids sell it, but the parents make the orders? So it's not the actual, because the child's working. If a transaction is made by a child selling to another child, okay, I don't care how the money is transferred. That's the child doing the work. There's something really fishy going on right now. I'm so glad I watched this.
So before I exit the stage, one of my dreams, was to buy the car when I was 16, but now I'm 18 and my dreams just keep getting bigger. And I actually have recently gone to Nashville and recorded some music because I've always had a dream to be a musician, to be a singer.
Oh my God, here we go.
And so I really wanted to sing to you one of my
Oh no, it's gonna be cringy!
songs. It's called Butterfly Wings, and I hope it inspires you today. So,
What is it gonna inspire people to do? Sell shitty jewelry? Make their kids sell? What inspires you? How? If you were standing up here saying, this is how I became a successful musician, I hope this song inspires you. No, you're up here selling shitty jewelry you can get at frickin' Claire's, okay? And you're gonna, how is this gonna inspire anybody to not cringe until they barf?
Inch by inch, not afraid to fall because I fall. So spread your wings.
Oh no! The truck isn't loud enough.
May you soar above.
I'm going to tell you this, and I don't tell a lot of people this, but if you actually record your church music, isolate the vocals, okay? No, unless you're Mariah Carey or my wife or whatever, it's all like this. I'm cringing because I know this. They're playing a raw vocal without any tune or any effects, and this is, if you want to know someone's talent, if they can stand and sing you a song without any accompaniment and it blows you away, that is someone with talent. This person is not talented.
Soar above mountains.
Oh my God!
And chase your dreams. You are stronger than you think.
Bella, it's good that you sell jewelry to unsuspecting victims because this shit would have never happened. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. I'm sorry. I don't know why no one told you. Maybe you surrounded yourself with too many yes men. Yeah, your songs are great. Can I get a raise? You suck, Bella. Your voice sounds like literal dog shit. All right? Cool.
You were made to build your dreams.
Maybe she can't hear herself or something?
Butterfly wings.
Oh my God.
With every day she's learning how to live. When to stand you think like a caterpillar crawls, she takes fish by it.
I'm sorry. I cannot continue listening to that. I will die of cringe. I'm sorry. Ew. And knowing it comes from a predatory asshole makes it even worse. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. While we were watching that bullshit, I went to Origami Owl employee reviews on Indeed, and they have 60,000 employees. You know there's gonna be some reviews. They have that, not a bad, I mean, they have 4 stars off 120 reviews, so 3.9 out of 5. Not terrible, but not good. But I always love reading 1-star reviews. It's my favorite thing. Okay, so let's read Origami Owl 1-star reviews. Maybe some of these people can reach out to me. There was never consistency for training, and when you did get it on the floor, there were too many supervisors telling too many different ways how to handle the call. There were not enough calls coming in, so they sent people home without pay. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. If you worked, you get paid. Right? So let's look into Origami Owl. How are you at a place, and I don't know how Arizona works, but in Canada and Ontario specifically, if you go to work, if you work for 20 minutes, you get paid for 3 hours. You absolutely get paid. If you're in a place and they're sending you home without pay, oh my gosh, I would whistleblow. The doctors I worked for had no direction. The doctors? I feel like they lack compassion or patience. They didn't adhere to OSHA standards and cared only about making money. The doctors? Are you on the right page? Former employee. Nurse. Okay. Racist company. My experience working at this company was that I was treated like a slave. And that is every MLM company. Every downline, you are that for them. Okay, I'm sorry. And if you don't get it right, oh, you weren't working hard enough. F off. Odd. A couple times a year, the owner will get on the mic in front of a whole company and shed crocodile tears on cue over this or that. It's a weird place to work. A lot of nice underpaid people. Burn. Yes. A cultish, racist environment. This is the second racist comment. I started off as a Remex temp in customer service. Origami Owl managers of all races quickly saw how overqualified I was and found me a high-level position within days. I was told to start my new position on Monday, and the last second was told, but they could not buy me out of my REMX contract. I was saddened but not upset because the managers there were so nice and they knew they tried. I should tell you that the position was in marketing, and I have an MBA in marketing, and I'm a minority. I have 15 years experience in the field and just moved from the East Coast where I worked for one of the leading companies doing the same job. The next week, they bought out the contract of a young white female with no marketing experience and a high school education to do the same job. Damn. Some managers spoke up about this and they were put on leave. What? I was so saddened to hear about the practice at this place because when you walk through the door, it seems like a great Christian place to work. But you can only make it in this place if you were a Mormon. That would be discrimination. Someone they consider a friend and white. However, being white is not enough. You cannot be white and perceived as middle class or having lived in a trailer park at any time in your life. You have to be someone with perfect hair and an exceptional wardrobe. I am not bitter in any way and immediately left the job and found a fantastic position. I'm writing this for all the people who might want to get ahead. If you don't fit the mold, don't waste your time here. It's not what seems on the surface. You will also be treated like you work in a factory in China. They only care about quotas. If you try to help a customer, it will be frowned upon. You will get very few breaks. If you ask to go to the bathroom, it will be held against you. You will have someone over your shoulder telling you to go faster because you have a low BBB rating for customer service, but won't hire enough people to handle the call volume properly and give the right service. If you enjoy feeling like a day laborer, you will fit in. No race is exempt from that. Damn, I wish I could holler at this person. Holler, if you hear me. When was that written? 2014. And this is when she was the head of the company, by the way, everybody. This is when someone else took over. This was her. These people are complaining about her. Origami Owl failing business 2015. This multi-level marketing company, Amway, Tupperware, and independent designers are not employees. Their narrow scope and understanding of the company renders their reviews irrelevant to the interior operations of Origami Owl. As a previous corporate employee of 3 years, working with founder Chrissy Weems, the Chomo protector, and all other hastily appointed chiefs, executives, directors, and CEOs quickly deteriorated into an unfortunate and terribly negative experience, environmentally, socially, and professionally, across the board. The executive leadership's surprisingly stark lack of industry experience, both with MLM business and the jewelry fashion industry, and their almost comedic absence of vision for the company's future, has been the single driving force in Origami, Owl's currently crumbling business. Barely into its 5th year of operating, they ballooned from 600 corporate employees by the end of 2014 now to 2015. After 3 massive layoffs, Origami Owl has 230 employees left. She said 60,000 employees. With their last layoff round clearing out management roles and even dissolving entire departments because of what's happening, those intelligent, skilled individuals not laid off have all jumped ship, and most have already moved on with their newest careers. Unfortunately, all that's left running is the place is a desperately weak and inexperienced and inexpensively salaried D-level labor force, waiting nervously at their cubicle to be served their sudden and unexplained termination paperwork. Damn, giant indoor playground though. That's good. If you like working independently, this might be the job for you, but it is very much up to you to find a method of sales and hosting parties. You get a commission for every piece sold, but it isn't much unless you find people actually willing to buy. Downline. So you don't make a lot of money at these parties. You make a lot of money in your downline. So MLMs are predatory because they make all their money by selling it to the downline, not to people in general. An unfollowed mission. The executive staff shows zero interest in actually following through with the mission. It is a lot of talk and fluff, no real action on their part to uplift all employees. It's a high school setting in which you are not part of the cool kids group. You are treated with disrespect and unacknowledged. That's what other people are saying. Poor quality company. My reviews are too many leads, manager. So one thing, production crazy, stressful. You might have high blood pressure. People who worked were very unhappy. The company needs to go to business. Poor quality items. Fun place, not stable. This company isn't stable. It had 3 layoffs in 1 year. During this time, there were numerous changes in direction, and most were unsure if they would have a job from day to day. That sounds like a great place. She just spoke about this place like it's like, we dance in the lobby, and then I go fire a bunch of people. Terrible. Call for short breaks or no breaks at all. Work us to death and come down on us when we're not working hard enough for them. Make us work double or triple shifts out of nowhere. Damn, bait and switch. I only started Origami Owl because my friend loved it there and they had an email rep position and I got stuck on phones. I was tethered to a desk and repeatedly yelled at on the phone because I had no training on phones and no desire to be on the phone. I hate phones. If we left for break, we got in trouble. This is the 3rd or 4th person that said if you take a break, you get in trouble. Is this the company that Bella's talking about that she's like, I'm so proud of this? You don't let your employees take breaks? We got in trouble, or our not available time was even 1 second over the break time. I applied for another position within the company and they immediately took the position down and say they were not filling it after all. Hypocritical culture. Half the company was laid off within a few months, new hires being brought in. Communication was limited, with rumors spreading rampantly about the workplace and management not doing anything to stop them. What golden rule? Pros, the culture and vibe from the place was amazing when I first started in 2014. It went rock bottom during the reconstruction that just occurred in 2015. So literally right after she did this talk that we just watched, the whole company shit the bed. Cons, management didn't know what they were doing. There wasn't very much consistency to the field for the designers and customers that have what we were helping. This is because Chrissy Weems was managing it and she's a chomo protector. The ball was dropped several times due to several changes. The associates had no control. People were calling in very angry about multiple issues. The field did not have a lot of support from the executives. Also, they promised opportunities for growth, which I applied for several times, never got in a leadership role. Advice to management. If you treat your employees like numbers and they don't matter, the morale is not going to last very long. Doesn't matter if you have a damn slide in your lobby if everybody's treated like shit. This place was okay until new management was hired on and they did not continue with the health issues that I have. So I informed them that I would not be able to work in the tight and small area they wanted me to. I informed the manager for the reason me not moving to the area because of my condition, and I was let go due to insubordination. So let's recap. There's a person that cannot work in an area due to their condition, literally can't, and was let go. Yeah, Arizona has the right to work, so they can fire you for anything. But so they fired this person because they had an arrangement with their previous management. New management came in and said, F off, we're firing you because you can't work here. That's crazy. Nice company, Bella. You dumbass. Your company's like your voice. Shit. There you go, everybody. I'm glad we covered that video. And now, again, I will reach out to people. Now for my outreach. If you know anybody who worked at Origami Owl has any of these types of things to say, my channel is open to you to call them out. Because from what I'm reading, they're racist, they're discriminatory, and they're shitty. Nice company, Bella. Nice thing you built here. Maybe this is why you don't let 14-year-olds start companies. Because they put slides in the lobby and treat everybody like shit. Wow. Glad we covered it, though. Glad we did. Let's continue covering the Della vlog shitballs. They are assholes. They exploit children, and they exploit people, and they are discriminatory and racist and everything else what these people are saying. Should it be any surprise that she comes, like, she gets up there, she's the sweet girl. All Bella wants to do, everybody, is be a damn singer. So she'll do anything to get songs out on the internet. Like, look at me, I sing. Listen to her voice. She sucks. You suck, Bella. You suck. I hate this person. I hate people. I hate MLMs and I hate child exploiters. And she's literally both of them. Ugh. Take a breath. Bella Lambert, shitty ass head. You suck. And so does your mom. Now you guys know that Origami Owl was literally built from a person, her daughter. This person protected a predator and almost killed their child. And what happened to them? They got rewarded with millions of dollars. That's what happened to them. Unfreaking believable. But you know what? You're unbelievable in a good way. Exceptional, amazing, incroyable. And just like, hey, you are you. And you're some kind of something. Don't you ever forget it? Get out of MLMs if you're in part of them. Please get out of them. Please, 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 please. Don't join them. Don't join them, okay? You're better than that, and you know it, okay? I'll see you when I see you.